kind of chilly out today, March 12th, 2024. Woo! About 65 degrees. It's a little cooler than I thought it was going to be. Daylight savings time yesterday, March 11th, and I put most of my plants outside because it was such a nice warm day, but again, kind of chilly this morning. We put in the, let's see the tomato branch under there. Ooh, look, check it out. It started to wilt, so I put the mesh screen over it to give it some shade, keep it a little cool. But yeah, we just broke that off, chopped that off yesterday and stuck it in there. We're going to leave it covered up a little today, give it a couple days with a little shade on there to keep it cool. We don't want that to wilt. Tried the chocolate Primatoli off of this yesterday. Wow, that was hot. Only a little tiny bit and made my stomach hurt for about 20 minutes. These ones are looking really nice. Cool weather. Now, the cool weather, you don't really want to get your root ball in there super chilled. If they're generating heat by composting, which they can do in a big enough bag, I don't have a thermometer. We could take temperatures on all these different containers. Little container's going to warm up pretty quick. It's not going to be as bad. And if they're already got some leaf on them, they're already growing, they're a few weeks old, they should be okay, able to handle, 60-degree weather. If they're a little tiny itty-bitty seedling, they're going to want a little bit more warmth, but these guys look pretty tough too. These are just a couple days old. So, but again, this, as soon as the sun gets down here, they're going to warm up pretty quick. I could also put them on top of this rain barrel over here, and wow, look, it looks like there's some roots in there. Huh. I don't think there'd be all that many roots in there from those. Well, maybe. They've been in there for a few. I think no, I just ripped these out the other day from another. What the heck are all those roots doing in there? They can't be from these seedlings, because I just put these in there like yesterday or the day before. I pulled them out of another pot. Well, hey, if they're growing, that, I don't know if those, I don't want to tear it apart, but I'll put it up here in the sun for, yeah, I'll probably burn it. I better not do that, but yeah, this will warm up. Back to the temperature thing. This is probably 65 degrees, just like the temperature outside, but as soon as it sits in the sun or it warms up a little bit, man, there's a lot of roots. I don't know what's going on in there. Oh, my ugly tomatoes, man. Look at these things. They got some rain the other day, and there's still these little baby ones are not doing a lot, but the other ones here, all the big ones are really doing good. I had one that got broke off. I don't know, somebody might have bumped into it. And, what's going on with this one? It looks like something's been trying to bite it. So I'm trying to chew up my little babies. Ooh, yeah, there's a little bug eating on that. I would just get rid of that one. Should probably put some aspirin on those. They're looking good, though. That one's growing. Yeah, speak of the devil. So, yeah, they're going to start looking, man, look at that one. That thing that's been in the tray for like 2 days. The pots like the tray. I don't like pots. Pots always, you get a root bound. They pack down. It's the water expanding and contracting in the pot and gravity. It smashes everything down in a pot. You always get a ring of roots around there, which get really compacted and tight and root bound basically. And then you get some fungus or some sickness in there, or a bug gets in there, and then you've got some disease in your root, and that's not good. So if you got a bag like this, there's kind of a edge there, a corner, but everything can grow out of it or past it, and the air pruning, the roots get air pruned, or they just pass through into the water and hang out the bottom of the bag. So there's none of that root boundness and the disease and illness that comes from the roots being all knotted up in there. So yeah, whether you've got a mesh grow bag or a fabric grow bag, it eliminates a lot of that, stuck in the pot stuff. Like even these, you go to the store here. Here's a perfect example. Let's look at this marigold. Oh, this is a beautiful little plant. Nice, healthy, strong stem. Lots of flowers on it. Let's yank it out of here and see what it looks like. I guarantee it's root bound. It's starting to get root bound. See how the roots are all tied up around there? They've grown around the edge of the pot, and the quicker, same thing with orchids, especially with orchids. If you leave an orchid in a pot, it just about kills it. It usually does kill them, actually. You need to get that out of there, and you need to get it in the dirt. And actually what I do is I just tear all this stuff off. This happens with bamboo really bad too. You got to tear all this stuff off, and I'm not even going to bury it. I'm just going to stick it on the surface. Those roots will go right down in there all by themselves. I don't have to do too much to that. I'll cover it up later. But yeah, and that, like I said, that's how I first sprouted the bamboo. The nutrient, the water in this tray after it seeps through the pots with all the worms and everything and the compost, it's like worm tea is basically what's laying in that tray, and that feeds everything evenly and efficiently and completely. So yeah, this is a bunch of sticks now. I mean, you can tell the difference. This one's been inside for a month or 2 months since the middle of December, the winter equinox, the shortest day of the year. I think it was like the 21st or 22nd of December till now. So it's green, it's full, it's lush. And in a few more weeks, all of these, which are starting to get some new green growth, are going to be like that. So this is going to be a huge bush. They're actually going to be way too crowded. I'm going to have to spread them out. So yeah, didn't hit the button there. Tripped over a block. Got a big gash on my leg now. So yeah, the temperatures are a little bit cool, but everything's looking really nice. These are my new ones. These are just a couple weeks old, three weeks old. Best looking 3 or 4 week old plants I've ever had. These are from last year that were stunted, and I just potted them up. Well, this one I barely potted up, but this one I did too, and those are really starting to take off. Again, the wood ash, the potassium and the phosphorus, and it's really strange that they are technically electrolytes. So plants crave electrolytes. That's from a movie. Anybody know what that movie is? One of my favorites. Actually becoming more and more real every day. But yeah, so plants apparently crave electrolytes like potassium and phosphorus that are in your wood ash. This was a little tiny, dinky, stunted plant the other day, but look how, see how the leaves get all crinkled. Here, let me see if I can get it in some light here and get it in focus. See how the leaves all crinkled up? It looks like a spinach leaf. That leaf was burned or stunted or stuck in the shell there for a few days, so it was all, kind of curled up. And then it started growing, and the middle grew more than the edge did, so it gets that bumpy, curled up, I don't know, like a spinach leaf. But the next leaf, that little green one right there, that one's going to be a nice, well-formed leaf. And then the ones after that, where that first one was kind of burned up or something, might have had some fungus gnats chewing on it and stuff too. So this one's, a little bit behind in growth and development, because it's actually, that's almost a month old, like these other ones. So, that one's the same age as these ones, but these ones just kicked in and did a lot better. A couple weeks ago, they only looked like this, though. They didn't quite get the ash as quick as this one. This one might be one I planted a few days after another failure. One failed. There's a new one coming up in here that failed or replanted. So yeah, if I get a failure, I just throw more seeds in there and keep going. But plants crave electrolytes, and that fluid in the tray is basically worm tea seeping out of the bottom. Oh, let's see if we got any more roots down here. Oh no, they got air pruned off a little bit, and but they're still under there. That'll be fine. Electrolytes are in that tray, and plants crave electrolytes. Oh, somebody's trying to call me. You're going to have to call back. So yes, and it looks like we're going to get a new distributor for the truck. Got the map sensor in. It didn't fit. It almost fixed it, but it's still something. I think it's the pickup coil. It's only supposed to be good for 10 years or 150,000 miles, and I'm 30 years at maybe 300,000 miles, so I think it's due. It's probably got to be that coil. None of these blossoms fell off, although it is pretty cool out this morning. Wow, those plants are like, it's like rubber. Like, look how tough that thing is. Let me smack it around a little bit. Grow more. It liked it. Let's see if there's no bugs. There goes fur missile. I see no bugs on it. Those marigolds might actually be doing the trick. Wow, it looks really clean. I don't see any ants or anything on it either. There are a lot of bugs in Florida. I think that'll be a good plant. A lot of blossoms on that thing. Well, thanks for tuning in. That concludes our show for today. Happy gardening.